Good evening, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Okay, let's get this meeting to order. Good evening, everyone. And yeah, it's been a while. So tonight we're doing a committee of the whole format. Before we begin, we will start with a land acknowledgement. Councillor Gill,
I knew you were going to call.
would you read the?
I would, but my agendas are refreshing and I don't have it in front of me.
How about Councillor Keepy? Do you have it there? You lost your chance. There you go. That's okay.
We respectfully acknowledge the city of Cornerburg as the ancestral-owned land of different populations of indigenous people. We also acknowledge with respect the rich histories, the cultures of the Beothuk, Mi'kmaq, Innu, and Inuit of the province of Newfoundland and Labrador.
Great. Thank you very much. Don't worry, Councillor Gill. You get another chance sometime. Okay. Would someone like to move the approval of the agenda, please?
So moved?
Thank you. Seconder? Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. We have some minutes from our last regular meeting on August 21st. Would someone like to move the approval of the minutes, please?
So moved.
Thank you. Seconder on those? Okay, excellent. Anything there that, no? Okay,
Yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
go ahead first.
Okay. Minute 23-105, 116, and 117.
Yep.
Does any of those dealing with Star Street and the changes that were supposedly made to Star Street?
I will say no. These should not have anything to do with Star Street.
Okay, can I move on and ask a few more?
Sure.
Okay. Dealing with Star Street, or you want me to do that later?
It's not really relevant to the old minutes, so if you want, we can bring it up when we get to the community, with the capital report, maybe. We talk about that. Is that all right?
Bring it up when?
When we get to the we're in a report. I think that's mentioned in the capital
Yep.
developments. Okay. Anything else there?
That was what I was going to ask.
Oh, okay.
We're good.
Okey doke. Okay, anything else? If not, all those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried. We have some decisions from previous council and committee meetings. Councillor Gill, would you walk us through these, please?
Sure. In accordance with Section 41(3) of the City of Cornerburg Act, where a decision is made by the councilors at a privileged meeting, the decision, in order to be valid, shall be ratified at a public meeting of council. The following minutes are being brought forward for ratification. Council and Committee meeting October 17th, 2022. 2022? CC 22032, approval of agenda. It is resolved. Okay, so just point of clarification, Mr. Mayor. Will I read the agenda approvals as well, or shall I just read the...
Yeah, go through them. Yeah.
Go through the whole thing? Okay. Approval of agenda. It is resolved to approve the agenda as circulated. CC 22034, call for 2023-2024.
We'll have to do those. We'll have to second those and approve them each one.
Oh, each one? Okay, not omnibus. Okay.
Seconder on that?
Second.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried.
Okay, on to the next one. CC 22034, call for 2023-24 municipal infrastructure applications. It is resolved to authorize staff to submit the projects listed in Figure 1 for the 23-24 Investing in Canada Infrastructure Program funding as attached hereto. I so move.
Okay, thank you. Seconder?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Counterminded? Carried.
CC 22035, Deep Gulch Brook Culvert Replacement Agreement, 17 RNC 23-00000. It is resolved to accept cost-sharing funding as outlined in the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure Project Approval Letter dated the 26th day of August 2022. Project number 17 RNC 23000000, project named Deep Gulch Brook Culvert Replacement, with a total project value of $2,700,000. This council agrees to provide the ultimate recipient share value of $816,070 in funding for this project, and authorizes the mayor and city manager to enter into a funding agreement with the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure on behalf of the city of Corder Brook. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder?
Second,
Oh,
Mr. Mayor.
okay.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried.
Council and committee meeting, January 9th, 2023. CC 23001, approval of agenda. It is resolved to approve the agenda as circulated. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder?
Second,
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried.
CC 23005, acting clerk. It is resolved to appoint the current legislative assistant to act as city clerk while the current city clerk is unable to carry out her duties. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder?
second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried.
Council and committee meeting, July 17, 2023. CC 23006, approval of agenda. It is resolved to approve the agenda as circulated. So moved.
Seconder?
I'll second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried.
Council and committee meeting, August 21st, 2023. CC 2309, approval of agenda. It is resolved to approve the agenda as circulated. I so move.
Okay, thank you. All seconder?
I'll second it.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried.
CC 2310, preferred candidate, city clerk. It is resolved to appoint the preferred candidate as city clerk based on council-approved salary for this position. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that one.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. Thank you very much. Yeah, and just for the benefit of everyone, some of these items, of course, had to be done in a privileged meeting before they can be approved in public. So that's why we had to do that. Next, we have some proclamations. And wait now, is there a business arising there? Any business arising from the minutes? I think we already looked at that. There was no business there. So we have some proclamations and events. September was declared Arthritis Awareness Month. September was also declared Fetal Alcohol Spectrum Disorder Awareness Month. September was declared Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. September 4th was declared National Polycystic Kidney Disease Awareness Month. And September 10th was declared Suicide Prevention and Awareness Day. We also have some that are coming up. Candlelighters, the Childhood Cancer Awareness Month for this month. And as well, before our next meeting, October 1st to 7th, is National Breastfeeding Week. So it's been a very busy period here for a lot of our charities and awareness initiatives. So it's great to see. And if you have something, of course, get in touch with us. Next. We have a Finance and Administration report. Councillor Gill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. So everybody will receive the detailed financial reports, but here's a brief overview. Revenues. Total revenues for the financial period ended August 31st, 2023 amounted to $35 million. Million?
Yep.
The breakdown of these revenues is as follows. Revenue class, property and business taxes, $29.5 million. Utility grants, $1.2 million. Civic center and recreation, $1.1 million. Other contributions, $1.5 million. Other revenue, $1.7 million. It's worth noting that property and business taxes includes outstanding receivables for the current year of $2.6 million. As for expenses, total expenditures up to August 2023 amounted to $22.5 million. Breakdown of these expenses are as follows. General government, $6 million. Community engineering, planning and development, $1.1 million. Parks and Rec, $2.6 million, Protective Services, $3.5 million, Public Works, $5.2 million, water and wastewater, $3.8 million, for a total of $22.5 million. And it's important to mention the sinkhole that occurred within the city is estimated to cost about $150,000. This is an unbudgeted expense item that will be incurred. As for accounts receivable, total taxes outstanding amounted to $4.4 million on 1,606 accounts. The city collector has been engaging with various residents on their outstanding taxes, with payment plans initiated for residents who have requested this. For the other outstanding accounts where no communication was received, water shutoffs and rental seizures were implemented. And that is the report as filed by our Director of Finance and Administration. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Any questions for Stephen on that? Yes, go ahead.
No, just on the outstanding amount, maybe Mr. Mayor, if the Director can just highlight or compare, I guess, this amount this year with previous years, given that, you know, high interest rates and a lot of people are suffering and trying to pay their debts. So I'm just wondering if it's if the amount outstanding this year is any greater than we've seen in the past.
Yeah, and Mr. Maestri?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, through you. So if we have a look at the accounts receivable graphs, we do see a bit of an uptick compared to the prior years, with the exception of 2020, which was an exceptionally bad year in terms of collectability. 2021 and 2022, there was an improvement as we've seen accounts receivable drop. But in 2023, we see a comparative increase, not significant to worry any material worry at this point in time, but it is something that we're keeping our pulse on and making sure that we are, you know, making contact with residents with long outstanding accounts. So it has increased a bit compared to prior years.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions there? Okay, thank you very much. Next, we have Councillor Griffin, news from the Development Planning and Community Services Divisions.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Yes, we have, there's a lot on the go in our city. Again, I keep saying this every time I do this report. I hear a lot around that says, you know, there doesn't seem to be much going on, but you know, after I read this and you know, there is quite a bit going on. Let me just finish with that. Anyway, starting it off for development and planning, the Healthcare Crescent, that's our new acute care hospital. The project progressing on schedule for completion in the fall of 2023 to the spring of 2024, which is great news. The Old Western Star building, the permits have been issued. The project is well underway. The gas station, fast food, the development and planning services, the foundation permit has been issued. Site and foundation work is progressing. 71 Humber Road, that's the partially vacant building. Major renovations are proposed. A 6-unit apartment building and 1 commercial space. The foundation permit has been issued, and that's more places to live. That's good. And Murphy Brothers new industrial building, the permits have been issued and work is progressing. Confederation Drive, the McDonald's, major renovations and extension. Again, the permits have been issued. Western Motorsports on Confederation Drive, permits have been issued. Occupancy expected within a few months. The Integrated Municipal Sustainability Plan and Development Regulations, Council has now been given the opportunity to see the draft report and has been provided excellent input on the document. Staff have sent comments submitted by Council to the consultant to prepare responses. Staff have requested that the consultant begin planning a session for Council in October. In our business development, Downtown Business Improvement Association staff are conducting a short random survey to ascertain the interest in downtown business. We received feedback of 7 businesses, and all have been positive. Research findings are being compiled for a statistical representation of needs and expectations of businesses. Staff are also working with Downtown Atlantic Canada for other downtown associations to utilize their experience and suggestions. The Facade Appeal Comprehensive Enhancement, the FACE program, several projects were approved and program funding was exhausted in April. Program has been so successful that council may want to consider increasing funding for the 2024. The assistance for women entrepreneurs. 6 businesses have been approved so far under this program. 2 more inquiries have been received. We encourage anyone interested in the program to reach out to the Business Development Officer for program details. New economic development program and new economic development program is being developed exclusively for Indigenous people, mainly youth in our city. A meeting has been set up with the Halibut Chief next week to discuss this. Sustainable development, we now have a new sustainability coordinator, Kirsten Mercer, in place, who is working on a number of new projects and projects already that were well underway. The 2 Billion Trees project, as part of the National Tree Planting Day, a number of public events were hosted by the city on September 20th, including 2 Billion Tree project presentation at the Center for Research and Innovation, tree planting event at 3 locations in Corner Brook for planting, including Griffin Drive parking lot, Broadway Green Space, and the Center of Research. Fall leaf collection, rolling out informative and easy to assess posters about the dates for fall leaf collection and what types, i.e. what type of bags, when to put out, that kind of thing. Focus on sustainable and independent alternatives to leaf disposal, i.e. making a mulching backyard compost piles such as, etc. Meeting with Murphy Brothers to confirm dates of leaf collection. The Transit Digital Payment System, the M-Card. The new digital payment system uses a reloadable smart card, the M-Card, to pay your fare for transit rides. The M-Cards are available at the City Hall Customer Service Desk. The new system has now been installed on transit vehicles and is being tested to ensure everything works properly before the official launch. City Hall composting. Staff are rolling out a new and improved composting program, use large tumbler style composters on the green roof. The recycling program improvements for the city. Staff are researching recycling programs in other cities and municipalities across Newfoundland to compare and contrast with Corner Brook. And finally, Mr. Mayor, to formulate a cost-benefit analysis of these programs and to create a potential project plan for implementation of 2024 recycling program.
Okay.
So there is a lot going on.
Thank you very much. Any questions? There's a lot there.
Mr. Mayor?
Yes, go ahead.
I have a question about the digital payment system, the M-Card. So the cards are available at City Hall Customer Service Desk, and they're reloadable there as well. So you load them there, and then once they're done, that you go back to that same location to reload?
Yeah, there's information I know that it's coming in soon on like the specifics of the thing, but I think there are 4 locations currently where you can buy passes, and you can still buy them there. This will also allow people to buy online. So you can use your phone or your computer to add credits or a type of subscription to your pass, as I understand. But I know the staff are working on that now, so I guess the communication should have something together with the department on that soon. So yes.
If nobody else has anything, I
Keep
recommend.
going.
Okay, so this is just a general development and planning question. What are the parameters around having parabolic mirrors installed on streets with respect to hidden driveways? And I full disclosure, have asked for this for my own driveway. But actually today, another resident approached me about this issue. So this is not my driveway, this is another resident's driveway, and they're just wondering how they go about getting one installed.
We were missing our director here for this today, but I can tell you from having dealt with a couple of requests myself in the past, those kind of mirrors are no longer recommended by the Transportation Association of Canada, so it's not something typically we would approve.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. And further, what about hidden driveway signs?
Yeah,
I don't know if they're effective or,
Either request, I would say, suggest, like any request like that, best, a resident can call 637-1666, and it'll get routed to the proper
Thank you.
director. It'd probably be the best way to.
I was asked to mention it, so.
Yeah.
Done
It
it.
is tricky. I know with the mirror thing, it's a matter of, it's difficult to judge distance sometimes, so they can often be more dangerous or misleading. And so that's why I understand that they're no longer a recommended tool like that. So I know there are a couple around town from the past, and there are some hidden intersections for sure. But it is tricky, yeah.
Thank you.
Yes?
Oh, I had a comment and a question, I guess. First one, I just wanted to comment on the new hospital. Mr. Mayor,
Yeah.
myself, you, Councilor Griffin, some of our staff visited the new hospital. I must say I was pleasantly surprised at the building, the equipment that's in the building, the way it's laid out. I think residents will be very impressed
Yeah.
when they get their opportunity to go in through the building. I know it's not going to be open until, I think, next June or so on.
Yeah.
But the building is, for all intents and purposes, complete. I guess they're doing some touch-ups now, but certainly appreciated that tour. And just to go through that building and just see what's there compared to what we have today. I think I said at the time, it was like watching Chicago Med or something. You know, you see these big private hospitals and the way they're built and laid out and the space in them. And this one, I think, has 164 beds, and they're all single rooms. And, you know, it's absolutely phenomenal the way it's laid out, the materials, the colors, the look. It's really well designed, and I must say I was very pleasantly surprised compared to what we're used to. And I think residents are in for not only, I mean, the building doesn't cure people, but just to have the services that are going to be available in that building coming next year. It's been a long wait, and can't wait to see us actually being able to use those services in the facility. I did have a question as well, Mr. Mayor, just on the fall leaf collection, because, you know, there is a recommendation here. We can do other things like mulch and so on. We do that. I think I mulch most of my leaves. But do we have an idea of what it costs us every year to collect the leaves? Because it does cost a substantial amount of money, I suspect. And, you know, if there's other things that we can do through an education program or whatever to get people to reduce the number of bags of leaves that they're putting out, mulching or whatever else we do, something probably we should be encouraging, because I know the cost of garbage collection is going up constantly, and this might be, through education, a way to make some small impact on reducing some of those costs. So I don't know what the cost is these days. I know it's an add-on to our collection.
Yeah. We don't have Mr. Charters here tonight. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Director Maestri would have it under his fingertips, but.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't. But we can definitely look
Maybe
into
just for
that.
the next meeting, Mr. Mayor.
Great, yeah, we can make a
That'd be
note of
fine.
that, for sure. Yeah, you're right, though. It is a good opportunity to reduce some waste. It's very important we collect those. It's very important people don't put them in the gutter as well, because that does clog up our storm sewer system, causes potentially a lot of trouble for your neighbors as well. Yeah, there will be a lot of details coming. I know we've tried different things like biodegradable bags and things like that in the past, but I know there's some issue as well with debagging. You don't know which is which, and so you have to debag everything. And we don't dump them typically in the landfill.
No.
They're up at the, I guess, the
Ski
fire
park.
training ground.
Yeah.
And some groups have made use of those for compost projects as well, so it's good. Any other questions on this? Okay, thank you very much. Councillor Keeping, we have some updates for recreation and tourism.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. It was another busy summer season. Another busy summer season has come to an end with many successful events by the Recreation and Tourism Division. Looking into the fall, the Recreation Department's planned for a National Seniors Day celebration on Wednesday, October 4th, from 2 to 4 p.m. This event will be held in the meeting room at the Civic Center, and admission is free. Also happening again this year in the main arena of the Civic Center is the Agriculture Show on October 13th, 14th, and 15th. And the highlights of the best agriculture within the province, and is fun for all ages. Further details will be announced in the coming weeks. The Civic Center studio is getting up and running once again for another busy season. Active Tats and older adult fitness with Nora Lundgren has started again. Pickleball has returned to its full schedule with 5 slots each week. And regarding the ice, Silver Blade started the regular season on Wednesday, September 6th. Corner Brook Minor Hockey starts their 2023-24 season today, September 25th. And the Western Kings AAA team started the regular season play on October 6th. There's a few tournaments that have already been announced for Corner Brook to host this year, including the under 13, 15, and under 18 female AAA provincial kickoff tournaments to be played the weekend of October 27th to 29th. Also, the City of Corner Brook was a successful bid to host the 2024 under 18 female AAA Atlantics with teams from Newfoundland, PEI, New Brunswick, and Nova Scotia. The tournament will showcase the highest level of competition and minor program for female hockey in the province. The City of Corner Brook and our team, the Worcester Warriors, will play host for this event on April 4th to the 7th, 2024. The cruise ship season has been a record-breaking season, and while summer is over, we still have another 16 cruise ships scheduled to call to the port of Corner Brook. On cruise ship days, we will continue to provide vendor markets in the city square and operate the Mail Whistler train. We will also showcase live music for all ships sailing with over 1,000 passengers. It is worth mentioning that our vendor markets and the Mail Whistler train have been very successful this season. During the period of June 24th to September 18th, over 25,000 riders have enjoyed the train. And our list of vendors has increased to over 50 in number, on an average 15 to 20 participate in the cruise ship markets. One of the highlights in the coming weeks is our Colors of Corner Brook Festival on October 7th, as the City of Corner Brook welcomes the Norwegian Joy with over 38 passengers and 1,800 crew. Lastly, we have received very positive feedback on Jigs and Wheels 2023, so in an effort to give everyone time to plan for next year's festival, we are announcing the dates for Jigs and Wheels 2024 will be held July 26th to August 4th, 2024. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Anyone have any questions on that? Perfect. There's certainly a lot on the go, and yeah, sports this time of year, I guess everything really starts to pick up.
So, Mr. Mayor?
Yes.
So we have 60 ships that should come in?
Yeah.
Is that what the?
Yeah.
Anyone know what the last day will be?
November 5th?
Third?
Third? Third, yeah.
The
something
weather,
like that.
right?
Oh, yeah. A lot of them are coming for the change of the
Yeah,
leaves, right?
Yeah, there's still a lot.
Yeah. Yeah. They know what they're doing. They're there to extract money from tourists like us.
You know, from the slave to the back of the
Shh, don't say that. Don't say
No.
that. Okay, any other questions there? Okay, thank you very much. Okay, Deputy Mayor, we have a report from Public Works.
Keeps us on our toes, Mr. Mayor.
There you go.
Okay, so I'm just gonna highlight some of the things. Margaret Water Pool and Splash Pad will close on September the 11th. Lawn repairs by homeowners, there were 29. Lawn repairs by the city was 135. Tree maintenance, to date, 13 trees have been pruned and 3 trees removed. The trees that were removed were in Margaret Water Park within the limits of the work done to repair the Glenmillion sinkhole. And we, patching has happened or is still expected to be completed over the next 2 weeks. Curbs and sidewalk curb replacement repairs are underway over the summer. To date, 35 locations have been repaired. Approximately 15 remain that are currently scheduled to be completed. And the sinkhole, the work to repair the 2 sections, was completed August 11th to and snow clearing preparations. City sanders and lease loaders are in the shop receiving pre-winter maintenance. This work will be going on through the fall. So service requests that we had from June the 21st to September the 19th, we had 415 calls received. Top three categories were potholes, curb, sidewalk, and road repairs. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
You're not surprisingly.
I got a question.
Yes, go ahead if you have questions.
I got a question on that. Potholes. 84 calls on potholes. The potholes that are still remaining and have been reported to 637-1666, any idea when they will be done?
Mr. Cummings?
Yes, the Marine Contracting has the contract, and they're starting curling this week, and hopefully within the next 2 to 3 weeks they'll have everything done. So curling, then they're going to the west side, and then actually do the rest of the town as well.
Is it the same for cuts or,
Yeah, I think that's the
Those
same
will
contract.
be the
Do it all
cuts.
one
Those will
time?
be the cuts as well.
Yeah.
okay, question now. This question was asked to me today. Does a pothole have to be marked with a sign that says there's a pothole in front of you? For,
Typically, if there is a pothole called in, first thing we'll do if they don't, and typically we can't fix potholes right away because crews will save them up and do a bunch at once. In the meantime, someone will dispatch someone to put a sign there if it's particularly hazardous, right?
okay, I have one that's particularly hazardous. I don't have one myself.
You own a pothole?
I did, I'm owning it, now I'm going to adopt it, I think. Also, I have also gotten some calls and asked people to call in 637-1666 on some of the lawns that haven't been fixed up to,
Oh, okay.
that has been reported but have not been fixed.
Okay.
And we're saying we're doing them.
Well,
I
if-
don't know if they're finished or,
Yeah. And I don't know if some are contractor repairs or what, but if there is something like that, I would encourage people to call back, yeah.
637.
Follow up, like there's usually a certain period where you would expect something to be dealt with.
My understanding is the majority of them are done, but I'll follow up.
Yeah.
And, of course, the other part is residents have the option of taking a cash settlement and doing it themselves.
And there's always stuff that's missed,
Yeah.
and I did encourage people
Yeah,
to
no,
call.
it's no doubt that we always miss some, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
But yes, get it in the queue, because that, they
Yeah.
need to get their list from that 1666 list, for sure. Good, any other questions? Okay, perfect, thank you. Now the other side, water and wastewater.
Mr. Mayor, this was interesting. There has been 164 water and wastewater complaints, with I guess the majority of them came from water leaks. The next was for request for shut off and then to turn it back on, and local curb stops were our big ones. The water and wastewater media releases, we had 32, and that dealt with everything from emergency water outages, precautionary water boils, road closures, splash pad closing and reopening, and things like that. So we had 52 of those. Water and wastewater recovery works. We got the total cost of $9,856.75. And water and wastewater repairs, we had 25. And that was everything from curb stop repairs, exploratory digs, hydrant repairs, sewer laterals, and we had 25 of those. The annual maintenance programs, the hydrant maintenance, water supply, splash pad closed on September the 11th after another very successful year. Repairs, we installed a new 12-inch diameter flow sensor to monitor the flow to the portable pulp and paper mill. Repaired 15 water main valves, remaining sanitary sewer lift stations. We had to winterize the splash pad. The water treatment plant maintenance summary. We experienced a large fluctuation in raw water quality over the last 3 months due to weather events and controlled release of water from Cornbrook lakes. These weather events and the reduction of flow from Cornbrook Lake caused a decrease in water quality and increase in organic loading. The decrease in water quality increased the chemical demand to treat raw water. And we had lots of maintenance in June, July, August, and upcoming maintenance, which is what we're doing to prepare for the winter. Replace the spray nozzle, feed SCADA system, filters, repeat service, and drain, clean, inspect chambers and equipment. Easy, spot repair.
Absolutely. Thank you. Any questions on those items?
Not a question, Mr. Mayor,
Yes.
just a comment. I just note that we only had one water main leak between June and September, which is, I know, knock on wood,
Jinxed it.
but phenomenal given the, the past history. And it just goes to show that when we invest in our systems, SCADA, and everything else that we do, it certainly pays off. So it's nice to see we're making progress.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And again, council has made a move last year to put some money aside to do some leak detection. And so hopefully we'll get that straightened out soon and be able to engage it, do even better.
Oh, yeah, it's well worth the investment.
Yeah. Any other questions on that? Okay, thank you very much. Next, Councillor Keeping, this is an interesting initiative, smoke alarm project.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Cornerbrook Fire Department and the Newfoundland Department of Justice and Public Safety are working together on a smoke alarm project that will see smoke alarms installed in the bedrooms of homes built before the year 2000 in the provincial region number 5. The Cornerbrook Fire Department is leading the program and are engaging all fire departments in our region. Applicants must reside in their own. The home must have been built before the year 2000. Residents can apply at www.cornerbrook.com/smoke-alarms. And once the residents apply, their information is sent to their local area fire department, who will make the arrangements with the homeowners and install the smoke alarms. Cornerbrook started their installations today, September 25th. Since last Friday, September 13th, and without much promotion, we have received over 250 applications from residents wanting to be available at this program. This only translates to safer homes for our residents. Thank you.
Excellent. Good news. Any questions on that initiative?
It's open for anybody, it doesn't, as long as your
Yep.
home was built before certain time.
Yep, that's right. And there is, if you go to that, there's a form on that webpage. And, yeah, you can sign up. Good. Yes?
Yeah, just comment, Mr. Mayor, I think this is a wonderful idea. I think every now and then the public needs to realize that, smoke detectors become a part of your home just like anything else, and you got a tendency to forget that they're there. They're almost like a light, and you just see it, but you have no idea what it's about. If you don't change your battery, if you don't clean out those little vents so that the smoke can get in there, even though you check your battery and the battery works, but people think they're checking their smoke alarm, and you're not. You're just checking your battery. So it's just like a wake up to. It's not a part. It's a safety device that you have in your home, so you have to treat it like that. It's not like a wall switch or something like that. But looking at it every day over the years, you see it, but you don't see it. So this is a great idea. Good job. Appreciate it.
Good stuff. Anything else there? Any questions on that? Okay. Also for protective services, we have some stats. We haven't had enough stats from the Deputy Mayor yet, so we'll get some more stats.
Councillor, with the numbers tonight. Looking on the finance. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Our municipal enforcement officers received 98 calls for services, including the following. I'm not going to go through everything that they received calls on. I will assist 14 assisting residents with issues where no regulations exist, but we can assist in some ways. That was uncovered garbage was another one. Parking meter malfunctions, 2 noise complaints. Also, we had taxi regulations, 4 taxi driver permits, and 4 taxi vehicle permits. Animal control received 35 calls for services, and they include everything from roaming animals to injured to dead animals, barking dogs. Parking enforcement, 29 parking-related violations were issued, 23 parking expired, parked on one was parked on or near a highway, 4 no parking. Our Corner Brook Fire Department also had a busy month. They received 42 calls for services that included 4 structure fires, 6 residential alarms, 9 commercial alarms, and we had 1 emergency medical call. Petroleum spill, dumpster garbage fire, to a total of 42. Our public service answering point, PSAT, we had the number of calls we had were 3,394. Oh, wait, no, I think no, 3,594.
Perfect.
There's 2 different numbers there, the
What-
volume of the
Yeah.
non-transfer calls are different than the transfer calls.
We always get a bunch of calls
Okay.
that don't get transferred because they're,
Yeah,
you know,
and I'll go
mistakes.
back and just say the police had 1,414 and ambulance had 1,931 calls, and the fire department had 197.
Wow.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions on this report? Okay, thank you very much. Councilor Pender, we have updates on our capital projects and engineering.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. The list of projects, starting with the Corner Brook Recreation Center, which is approximately 80% complete. Leisure pool, training pool, beach entry, concrete deck are completed. Formwork for removal on the slab is completed, and so on. Some of the drywall is installed in the daycare and administration area. It's nearly complete in the multi-purpose room. And paint and plaster is well underway. Interior masonry is near completion. Structural steel is complete for the most part. The exterior fascia brick complete, and concrete window sills and steel siding and those types of things. And electrical and mechanical work is ongoing, excluding the pool mechanical equipment, which is not yet started. The work is continuing on that, and I don't know what the actual completion date is supposed to be still.
February, I think, was
February?
the last one we received, yeah.
Roughly? Okay, thank you. Mount Bernard Avenue reconstruction that everybody is aware of. Work includes the new underground infrastructure, curb, gutter, sidewalk along one side, and asphalt, of course. It's about 66% complete with the underground piping. Work in Zone 2 open to traffic on September 6th up to Wellington Street. Reinstatement is occurring currently for work in Zone 3. And they're also working in Zone 4 and will be moving into work Zone 5 in the near future. Work will likely stop at Randolph Street for 2023 and commence again in the spring of 2024 to finish the project, which will be about an extra 200 meters past wherever they end off there. Our next one, which anybody walking through, I guess, curling along the waterfront, the Great Trail Enhancement Phase 1. Work commenced in May, and the pedestrian bridge has been installed, but still requires installation of railing and decking. So work is ongoing along all areas of the trail, and it's anticipated it will be completed by the end of October 2023. And even some of the improvements we can already access, Mr. Mayor, along Griffin Drive. There's a paved section, there's other pieces there as well. But just to remind people that the section between, I think it's Legos Lane and Barrett's Avenue is currently closed. They are doing some work on a major culvert, I guess, or whatever they're doing there. And I noticed, because I went down the other day, and people were walking down and coming back, say, don't go down there, you can't get through. So just a reminder, I think it's until October 7th. O'Connell Drive, pedestrian crossing, all underground reinstatement work is complete. Just waiting for new poles, and existing signals will be removed when the new one is completed. The new pedestrian signals will meet the current standards, and it's anticipated that will be completed by the end of October. Some new projects. Deep Gulch Brook culvert replacement. Anderson is the consultant for the project. We have ISIP funding for on a 1/3 funding ratio. It's in the preliminary design stage, and over the winter there'll be a tender called, and hopefully the work will happen next summer, spring, summer. Curly Street retaining wall replacement. Anderson Engineering is the consultant for this project as well. It's ISIP funding, 1/3 ratio between us, the feds, and the province. Again, a preliminary design stage is done and, or ongoing, I guess, and looking to tender that work during the winter of 2024. The Great Trail Enhancement Phase 2, which I understand goes from where? Up to from the mill to Man the Mountain roughly. Right. So we're finalizing the consultant for that project. It's, we received funding through the Active Transportation Fund of the Permanent Public Transit System on a 60-40 funding ratio. And over the winter, there'll be a tender call on that, and hopefully that work will get underway next spring and summer. The multi-year capital works for 2023-26. Applications have been submitted to the province for an approved project list, and we're just waiting on the funding announcement on that. So lots of capital works going on, Mr. Mayor, and I guess more to come next year, once we get our funding.
And actually, and that, we got some good news on that
I know.
last week and everything,
Right.
so that just came back, so pretty soon we'll be able to announce some projects. Excellent.
All right.
So questions on this? You wanted to talk about the,
Yeah, Star Street.
Yeah.
Okay, so the question I guess I'm asking now, and it has been, I guess, a question that's been in a lot of people, or some people in the curling area. Was Star Street ever changed? Was the direction that the trail was going to go ever changed from the rail bed to Star Street?
I know the answer to this one too, because I did receive the same questions. Yeah, we did have the original design. It hasn't changed. It was always planned to go from grade at where it crosses over Barrett's, and instead of going like straight across where the old track was, to slowly, so it doesn't go straight up the hill, it slowly creeps over until about halfway over Star Street, and it reaches the grade next, just adjacent to Star Street, and then it goes across to Berry Place that way. So that was done because, as I understand, the engineers felt that was the most cost-effective, most efficient way without causing too big of a grade change.
Okay, so we never ever approved a change order?
No, we didn't change, but we didn't,
change
the
any
design done by
process.
the consultant is the design that's being implemented,
Okay, and accessibility was taken into consideration when that was being done?
as I understand, yes.
And I think, if I'm correct, and I stand to be corrected on that, that the director told me that Star Street was going to be, the grade wasn't going to be as high at the entrance to Star Street. He said he thought that would be down.
Well, I know that the track goes down below, the old track is sort of below where the level of Star Street. So it's supposedly, according to the map, it's going up and sort of approaching the grade. So we're going up the hill sort of to the side, and it'll it'll go right next to Star Street, but not Star Street itself, you know what I mean? So it's similar to what's going on in St. Aidan's Road, if you've seen that.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And then it goes across Boland's to Berry Place at the same. So it might be a little to the south of the old track where the new path is. Right?
So for our listeners tonight, we can say it's exactly the same as what was
Yeah,
designed
as
in
designed.
the beginning.
Yep, yep, yes.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, when I said I was down there the other day and some walkers told me to turn around, that was the same question. They said it's changed, and my response was that as far as I knew, it was the exact same plan that we had approved, that nothing had changed substantially. Obviously, you run into little objects around and you have to do some things. But I noticed today when I was down there, they do have some markings where they're
Okay.
moving the, I guess, the access between the trail crossing over Barrett's onto Star Street. You can see where they have it marked now to sort of move that down.
And it is sort of a gradual.
Yes, this would be a more gradual slope.
Okay.
And that was the question, because some people, you're coming off the trail, and then you have to basically go up Barrett's for 20 feet or
Yeah.
15 feet, and then go over. And anybody on bicycle, some people
Yeah.
just find it abrupt, because you have to stop,
Yeah.
because you're on a road, and then they have to start again. And it's just
And
hard.
so hopefully you won't have to do the full turn.
Yeah,
like you
you
do
sort of
now.
go on an angle,
Yeah.
hopefully, right? And I think I did email Mr. Charters, he's not here this evening, but I think as well the curve going in and out of the trail, it's a 3, 4, maybe 6 inch drop sometimes. So if you're on a bike or whatever, looking at how that gets adjusted so that you're not beating rims off your bike when you're going over these curves. I'm assuming as they work through this, these things will be adjusted, to make it less of a hassle to get over the edge of the trail onto the road and so on.
Yeah. That
But,
would make more sense.
One thing I would suggest, Mr. Mayor, I don't know if last year when we were designing the trail, we did any public consultations or, invited people in to show them the trail, the design, and while we were doing it. And I'm gonna assume there's lessons learned just building this trail, because we had a number of change orders and
Yep.
things like that. So for the next section, I think it'd be a wise idea just to have, once we get some of the planning done and we have an idea of what we're doing, to invite the public in to see exactly what we're planning, so that people can have some input, and then we can incorporate any ideas or things like that, into the new design.
I know when the Great Trail project, the overall design
Yeah.
project happened, there was an extensive, Mills and Wright did that work. And
Right.
there was an extensive public
Yeah.
council, people would come in and see the trail and talk about different routes and all that kind of thing. But yeah, when it came to this, I think it was just an engineering exercise.
Right.
But it's definitely hard to communicate, because we hear, like, again, this issue here, I did hear about this from a couple different sources, and I know there was some misinformation about what was actually going to happen. And in terms of I think it's, we have that coming up now for phase 2 for the consultant. So I think the consultant on this one is proposed to be different than the one that did this previous portion, according to the RFD that's coming up. So I don't know, I don't know how their process will be affected by.
Yeah, it could be just an evening with staff even,
Yeah.
right, to meet with anybody who has any questions and
Yeah,
sort of give them an overview of what's planned, because this one is fairly lengthy as well, right, between the mill and the Man in the Mountain, hopefully, and give people an idea of what's being planned, so there's no surprises, and like with this one, right, this route that we're talking about on Star Street is the original route,
Yeah.
but for some people believe it wasn't, or was
Yeah.
changed, or whatever, so it's always good to communicate and let people know ahead of time.
absolutely, and that portion especially, because goes through so much residential.
Yeah.
As you go down through the people's backyards and
Yeah.
places
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. Humber is not quite so bad in
No.
that regard, because of the route we're chosen.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I thank you to the deputy for bringing that up, because what I've been finding out in the last week or so, I had a call from a resident, and I went to see the resident like I would any resident that calls me, and apparently so many other residents saw me talking to the lady, and I changed the route.
You changed the route.
I changed the route. It was Councilor Griffin that did that, and we can't do that, as you know. I mean, we have no authority when it comes to changing anything. And I don't understand, apparently there was a lot that had issues with it. I didn't get one call on it. And I find that odd, if I was the one that made the change, why someone wouldn't ask me why I did that. I don't understand that. If, like all of us, if a resident wants to talk to us, we all do it. We all do it, but don't just assume what the conversation is. And it was going to be, I was told, a lady stopped me after church, and if she's listening, she knows who she is. And apparently we were going to the old railway bed, and then we were going to go up, and the lady didn't like that idea, so she called me, and I fixed it. I changed it, and I just wanted everybody to know, I didn't do that. That's not the way it went down.
You did a terrible job, because.
I know.
Back to the original
But-
now.
But we can't do that. We as councilors can't do that.
That's
We
right.
don't have that authority.
No, that's right.
Okay, I just wanted to, yeah. Thank you.
Absolutely. No, that's good. No, but it is, again, I think Councilor Pender said, communication aspect of it is difficult, especially we have limited media now as well. So in terms of communicating how these things
Yeah.
are working, and in lieu of that, it's easy for people to fill in the blanks.
Yes.
And it's a game of telephone all the time. So it is hard for people to know what's true and what's just a rumor too.
Mr. Mayor,
Yeah.
Councilor Griffin's story fills in a bit of background for me, because people stopped me and said it was changed, and I said, no, it wasn't changed. And he kept insisting that it hadn't
Yeah.
changed, and I kept saying, no, it's the exact same route that was planned, and they said, no, so anyway, people will believe what they want to believe sometimes, but the route was not changed. It's, it is what it was.
It isn't the original track,
Yes.
but it wasn't this design was always that way.
Yes, this piece.
Good, okay, well, we're clearing up some things here tonight, it's good. Any other questions on that report? Okay. Now, we do have some business that we have to deal with, some council decisions. So the first one is a change order on the Citadel Drive PRV. Councilor Pender.
Yes, Mr. Mayor, some background information. We requested to provide costs and for all labor and materials, construct ditching, landscaping, granular parking areas as per sketch that's attached to our documents here. And that was done. We have a proposal in, and it's for 43 meters of ditching, 730 square meters of topsoil and hydro seeding, granular 6 tons of that. And this is in relation to the new PVR station on Citadel Drive to complete that project, I guess. So there's a motion here, Mr. Mayor. Be resolved that the City of Corner Brook Council approve change order number 5 for Eco Contracting Limited for the Citadel Drive PVR rehabilitation. I so move.
Okay, would someone like to second that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Questions on this one? Sounds pretty straightforward. The amount is there on the change order.
$33,120.
That's it, yep,
It's a change order to the original contract,
that's right.
and it's within our budget allocated for the project.
Yep. Okay, any questions? Seeing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. Okay. And again, it's a bit of an accounting technical issue, but we have to do some reallocation for our multi-year capital. Councilor Pender.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is actually, in reference to multi-year capital works agreement from 2017 to 2020. So going back a little bit, the City of Corner Brook Department of Municipal Affairs have agreed to amend the current funding agreement for the 2017-2020 multi-year capital to reflect the revised amounts for the listed projects. In 2017, the Department of Municipal Affairs agreed upon projects and expected costs to be included in the 2017-2020 multi-year capital funding agreement. Since that time, many of the projects have been completed, and the actual costs in some cases are different than the amounts originally anticipated. In order to fully utilize the funding to receive maximum funding on the multi-year capital projects, a reallocation of the funds by the project is required. As a result of this reallocation, there's no change in the total amount of funding from municipal affairs, the amount of funding required from the city, or the projects to be funded. The only change is the amount of funding allocated to the specified projects. So be resolved that the Council of the City of Corner Brook accept the cost shared funding 2017-2020 Schedule A amendment as outlined in the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure Project Approval Letter dated July 20th, 2023, with a total value of $33,000. Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Yep. From the 2017-2020 Multi-Year Capital Works Program towards the O'Connell Drive pedestrian crossing improvements number 17 MYCW-23-00109. The Corner Brook City Council authorizes the mayor and city manager to sign the 2017-2020 Municipal Infrastructure Agreement Amendment with the Department of Municipal Affairs and Environment on behalf of the City of Corner Brook.
Perfect.
I so move.
Thank you very much. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this?
Just a comment, Mr. Mayor.
Yes.
That's bureaucracy, right there.
This is we
Good
encountered
example.
this one quite a bit through the multi-year capital phases.
Yeah.
And anyway, last phase, we had a bit more of a delay. This year, a bit of a delay, but it seems like that's getting worked out now. But this is, yes, there's, as I said, it's just move money from one project to another.
Oh, all the numbers have to match.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, any other questions on this? Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Contraminded? Carried. Okay, we have, this is the PCA Amendment 2 for Great Trail Phase 1, Councilor Pender.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. So the, a change, amendment to the contract change order number 2 for the Great Canadian Trail. Additional resident services, inspection hours, and contract administration to complete the project as it is currently past the allotted working days. Included additional part-time inspection hours up to October 31st, 2023, as shown in the breakdown attached. 44.75 hours up to August 25th, 9 weeks to the end of October, 3 days a week, 10 hours per day equals 270 hours, I believe. Resident services will only be charged as worked as per Form 14. Okay. Included 18 hours of additional contract admin up to October 9th, worth about 6 weeks. So in essence, I believe, Mr. Mayor, this is extra work that was performed for inspections and so on beyond what was originally anticipated. Be resolved then, Mr. Mayor, that the City of Corner Brook Council approve PC Amendment number 5 for Englobe Corp. in the amount of $22,832.10, HST included, for the Great Trail Enhancement Phase 1. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
I'll second that one.
Thank you. And question on that one, I don't know, Mr. Cumby, is this is an in and out, is this something that's billed against the contractor, do you happen to know? Because oftentimes with PCA agreements, there's if something goes over periods, then their additional time gets billed off to the contractor, and it ends up costing the city nothing, but.
I'd have to check with this one here with
Yeah.
Mr. Charters, I'm not pretty sure, but yeah, we can usually, we got a bit of wiggle room there on those usually, but on this particular one, I'm not sure.
Okay.
So,
I don't know if you,
yeah, sorry, Mr. Charters did just confirm that.
Okay.
That he did say that it's added to the consultant's agreement and
Yep.
taken out of the
right.
contractor's
Perfect.
payment. So it's a net no impact.
We haven't had one of these in a while now, but it's that time of year where the projects are getting wrapped up and going over their time period. So I expect we'll see a few more of these over the next while. Thank you very much. Any other questions on this one? Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counter-minded? Carried. And Great Trail Phase 2, get a consultant fee request. Councilor Pender.
Yep, thank you, Mr. Mayor. This RFD is intended to address the selection of a prime consultant related to the Great Trail Enhancement Phase 2. This project is funded under the Permanent Public Transit Program Active Transportation Fund and consists of establishing a connective active transportation corridor through the city of Corner Brook. Completion of Phase 2 of this project will create a connected, safe, active transportation thoroughfare through the city, which is integrated into downtown sidewalks and the city trail networks. City of Corner Brook requested fee proposals to select a prime consultant for the project. Proposed resolution be resolved that the City of Corner Brook Council accept the proposal submitted by Anderson Engineering Consultants Limited for the Great Trail Enhancement Phase 2 in the amount of $126,999.47, HST included. City of Corner Brook Council authorizes the city manager to sign the PCA agreement with the consultant and Anderson Engineering Consultants Limited on behalf of the City of Corner Brook. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor?
Thank you very much. Okay, questions on this one?
No question, Mr. Mayor, just to clarify that this is the work that will be done over the winter to plan the trail, to hopefully have it tendered over the winter for next year.
That's correct.
From the mill to Man the Mountain,
Yeah,
if we can get there.
Yes, if we can get there. If we
However
have
far
enough
the money
money
goes.
to get there.
Okay.
Perfect, thank you. Any questions? Okay, take to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Counter-minded? Carried. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting down through it. A few more left here. Councilor Griffin, big one here. Purchase of an aerial truck or fire truck.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The Corner Brook Fire Department requires replacement of its aerial fire truck, also known as Ladder 9. Ladder 9 is at the end of its serviceable life, an integral component of our delivery of fire and rescue services to our city and our region. Because this truck provides service to our region as well as our city, the province has provided $1.5 million in funding to help purchase this truck. The city issued a tender which closed September 11, 2023. 2 bids were received as noted below. Safety Source Fire Inc. for a Model 25 Pierce, 2.5 mil HST included. Profire Emergency Equipment, 2025 Gladiator Smeel, 2.7 mil HST included. This purchase was budgeted at $1.8 million in late 2022. At that time, this budget was $500,000 more than the pre-2019 rate for this type of apparatus. Because of supply chain issues that appear to be related to COVID, demand has increased significantly and has established new pricing benchmark for these fire trucks. All indications are that these prices are continuing to rise. Be it resolved that the council approve the purchase of the Pierce Aerial Fire Truck for Safety Source Fire Inc. for the price of $2,528,399.46 HST included for use by the Corner Brook Fire Department. I so move.
Thank you. A seconder on that one.
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this one?
Mr. Mayor, maybe we can have the director just go through the means by which we're going to finance this, because it is, I guess, roughly $700,000 over what was anticipated back in 2022. And we do have a plan laid out there. We're not just going to go buy the truck, and there's a plan there to help us finance it and to reduce the cost on the city, or the outlay of cash, I should say. So
Yep.
maybe we can do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Sure.
Mr. Flynn?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The truck is over budget considerably. To accomplish the purchase, we'll have to come up with basically $1 million ourselves. Originally, we thought we would be able to purchase with the $300 that we had set aside. We still have that $300 set aside to go with the purchase, and that'll reduce our funding gap to around $700,000. The HST amount refundable for this purchase is going to be around $230,000, reducing our funding gap to about $492,000. Because the province has already sent us the $1.5 million contribution, and the money is sitting in a separate bank account as per the agreement, it should be earning in the area of 5% interest. The truck will not be delivered immediately. It'll be probably 2 years before we see it, 2 to 3 years actually. And that time, the interest will accumulate to around $195,000. With that amount, it reduces our funding gap to $297,000. We hope to pull that out of capital out of revenue over the next 3 years. Set that aside during our budget. We'll have to recognize that in our upcoming budget preparations.
Okay, thank you.
So I'd just like to finish, Mr. Mayor, and say that I really like this proposal that staff is putting forward. It is a big outlay of cash for one piece of equipment, but I think we've been looking for one since before 2015 at least, that we knew we had to replace this truck, and it's been an ongoing issue for now 8 years. So by the time we do get one in 30 months' time or whatever, the life of the one we have now, I mean, we're doing everything we can to extend it, and I think this is a great plan. And over the next 2.5 years, we do have time to make up the roughly $300,000 difference. And if we don't do it now, and we hesitate or wait in 3 years' time, that truck is going to be $3 or $4 million. So I'm glad to see that we're moving hopefully forward with this.
Yep, thank you. Any other questions?
I just had a question on if it's going to be 2 to 3 years before we get the truck, and Councilor Pender sort of asked it in a different way. Are we covered to be able to still use the ladder 9?
Mr. Flynn?
We've done, I think, around $36,000 worth of repairs on the truck so far to keep it serviceable. We are continuously having problems with the truck, but when it becomes unserviceable, we call upon Deer Lake usually to have them on standby to provide us their truck in the event that we're in a fire situation requiring that type of apparatus. We realize that that's 45 minutes to an hour away, but still it'll still be advantageous to us to to make those arrangements, to have a contingency plan in place for that, so.
Thank you. Yes?
Mr. Flynn, is that a pumper, will that be like a pumper ladder too?
Yes, it will.
Okay.
We actually plan, this truck should be versatile enough to be used on run, regular
Yep.
run.
Okay.
Is it platform? The
No.
pumper ladder?
No.
No? Okay.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Yeah, that was, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. How do you budget for a fire truck? Multiple years of reserve amounts. So with that, take it to a vote. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Unminded? Carried.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And Councilor Griffin, we have a rescind order to clean up here.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Since the previous meeting of council, the following orders have been rescinded by the Department of Development and Planning, and therefore must be confirmed by council pursuant to the Urban and Rural Planning Act. Order number 2023-03, date issued July 7, 2023, for 6 Commercial Street. The violation was Section 102 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act, and it was revoked. So now that has changed, so the developer has complied with the order. Section 102.3 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act 2000 requires that all orders issued by the authority be revoked by a majority of council at the next meeting of council after the order is made. Proposed resolution in accordance with Section 102.3 of the Urban and Rural Planning Act. The following order is hereby rescinded by council. Order number 2023-03. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you very much. Questions on this one?
It's just,
Again, this is, like it says, we have to do, council has to confirm it when this is issued, so. Okay, so without further ado, all those in favor say aye.
aye.
Unminded? Carried. Okay, back to vehicles. Councilor Gill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Back at our meeting, April 17th, 2023, we were presented with a management solution for our fleet, and this solution entailed a corporate lease ownership and maintenance management program between the city and Enterprise Fleet Management with a first-year leasing of 16 light vehicles. Subsequent to the approval received from council, staff have finalized the master lease agreement and related addendum, as well as the maintenance management agreement and related addendum from Enterprise Fleet Management, and request approval to proceed with signing and execution of this agreement. In addition, staff request approval to proceed with leasing 5 vehicles in the first year rather than 16 vehicles initially approved. The master lease agreement and maintenance management agreement and respective addendums with Enterprise Fleet Management are attached. Therefore, be it resolved to approve the signing and execution of the attached master lease agreement, maintenance management agreement, and respective addendums between the City of Corner Brook and Enterprise Fleet Management. So moved.
Thank you very much. Seconder on that?
I'll second it, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Questions on this? Yes, go
Mr.
ahead.
Mayor, perhaps we could have some explanation as to why we're leasing 5 instead of 16 as initially approved, and also give the folks at home some sense of what kind of vehicles we mean when we say light.
Yep.
Thank you.
Mr. Baystreet, you could help us out there, maybe?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, through you. So initially, when we did the analysis based on 16 vehicles, we expected the interest rates to come down. Therefore, the related financing costs would have tapered off. Unfortunately, that hasn't actually panned off as we planned it to be. And based on that, we found that it would not be prudent in terms of the city finances to lock in at the higher interest rates that we find ourselves in now. So I went back to the Public Works team as well as wastewater and looked at what were the most critical vehicles that we need, that really needed to be removed out of service. and they came up with 5 vehicles between the public works area and wastewater, hence 5 vehicles now, until we see interest rates come down, and then we'll be in a better position to take on vehicles, more vehicles.
Okay, thank you. And the nature of the vehicles themselves, do we have a description, mostly pickups?
Yes, it would be, I'm not really sure the details of these light vehicles.
These are mostly light pickups.
Yeah, light
Yeah, I think it was a sander or something too. or-
Yes,
Just
yes,
saying.
yes.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Okay, thank you. Any other questions on this one? I'm so glad to have someone with some competent financial skills looking out for our dollars.
Yes.
Monitoring interest rates and things like that to make sure that we're not locked in at the wrong time, so, good stuff. Any other questions on this? Okay, let's take it to a vote. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Counter-minded? Carried. And last but certainly not least, National Day for Truth and Reconciliation. Councillor Gill.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. The National Day for Truth and Reconciliation is a statutory holiday for employees in the federal government and federally regulated workplaces. The holiday was created in June 2021 with the intent to educate and remind Canadians about the history of residential schools, honor victims, and celebrate survivors. The province of Newfoundland and Labrador has not yet designated this day a provincial statutory holiday. However, they have closed provincial buildings and given provincial employees the holiday. The province states that consultations are ongoing with regards to making this day a provincially recognized holiday. Therefore, be it resolved that the City of Corner Brook approve September 30th, 2023, the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, to be a holiday for city employees and grant City of Corner Brook staff. Okay, yes. Sorry, I'm going to start over if that's okay.
Go ahead.
The dates are messing with me. Be it resolved that the City of Corner Brook approves September 30th, 2023, the National Day for Truth and Reconciliation, to be a holiday for city employees and grant City of Corner Brook staff the day of Monday, October 2nd, 2023, to reflect and commemorate the tragic history of residential schools in Canada. I so move.
Thank you. Seconder on that?
Second, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you. Any questions, comments there? I think this is very fitting.
Is it just, we're only doing it for this year, or is this going to be from here?
I think the issue is, as it says, the province hasn't
Okay.
made it part of the, and we typically follow that list.
Okay.
So that's, I suspect it'll become a permanent part of the calendar
Okay.
eventually. Okay? Okay, so all those in favor, say aye.
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 Counter-minded? Carried. Well, thank you very much. A lot of information there. Remember, public, these are available online as well, so these reports. So is there anything there you want to refer to, go to our website? Yes, Councilor?
I just want to add on with the Truth and Reconciliation, Mr. Mayor, that activities in Corner Brook under Malibu and all of our area will take place on the 29th on Friday.
On Friday.
Here in Corner Brook, it's
Okay.
10 a.m., Majestic Lawn with the walk. People are more than invited to come join us for that.
Perfect. Excellent, thank you. Okay, we do have a short in-camera session, so we'll bid adieu to our friends at home and online. Thank you very much. But we'll take a 5-minute break here and reconvene in chambers and council. Thank you.